I probably should have did one of these Who Am I videos before I started sewing, because I think it's very important when you're following someone or you're looking at someone do something to know their level of experience. Not to really see if they can do it, but to see if this is something that you can do. Um, so let me start off by saying I learned how to sew in middle school in the 70s. I learned how to sew. My grandmother was a good sewer, and I would watch her. I would go play with the buttons and do little um, Barbie clothes, those type of things. My mother sewed, and I thought she was good at it, but my mother never really liked to sew. I don't think. I don't want to put the in my mother's mouth, but I don't think her enjoyment lies in sewing. She is more of a decorator. She can look at your room and do it up. But so I sewed, and I sewed. I took home ec. I took more office courses in. Did I take a home ec course in? Yeah, I had to take a home ec course in high school. And then when I got out of school, I started teaching, and got married, and I started sewing again. Had a sewing machine, and I sewed night, probably nightwear for my kids, jogging suits for my son when he was like 2 or 3, gingerbread dresses for my daughter, and I sewed for maybe 5 years. But we moved to a house, and I did not have the space. It was 3 bedrooms. I did not have. There was a basement, but there was the kids' play area, so I didn't have the space, and pins were all over the place. So I stopped sewing. I put my sewing away and stopped sewing. And for about 15 years, I did not pick up the sewing again. And my son moved away from home, and his room became available. And in the back of my head, I kept saying, a sewing space, that would make a great sewing space. But I did not want to get rid of his room. I still had that tie to his room. I did not want to get rid of it. But it became a junk room. We were just throwing stuff in there. The air conditioners in there. We had this, that. So I said, no. The better use would be a sewing room. So my vision was a long cutting table, one that I can pull out and get behind. Although this one is feasible, I can pull it out and get it. I never really get behind it. But my vision was a long cutting table, somewhere I could cut. A spot for my serger, and a spot for a sewing machine. I bought a new sewing machine because my old sewing machine, I didn't want to deal with tension or anything like that. I bought a new sewing machine and a serger. And so that was my vision. I didn't have any more vision than that, and I closed the room and I'd be done. But my honey, he was like, oh, we could decorate this, we could do this, let's do this, let's do that. And it just started like morphing and growing into more and more stuff. I didn't know that I wanted a dressmaking, this is Tina, I don't call her dummy. This is Tina. I wanted Tina. And I wanted some place to fit my clothes, to put something, even if it didn't fit me, I wanted to be able to put something up and kind of mesh it to see how it goes. And the ultimate would be to fit me, but she fits me, but we did some things that, make her fit me. But, so we started getting things, and we're both into flea markets. We go to flea markets and thrift stores, and we both do that kind of stuff. And I say, oh, that would be good. Oh, that would be good. Bias tape material. I got all that stuff from a lot of thrift stores, and just kind of decorating. If you look at the tour of my room, you'll see a lot of odds and ends and things like that I have. The thing about thrift stores and that, I gotta stop now. I gotta stop because I don't have any more space. So in the next sewing room, because we will be making a move soon. My final sewing room will probably be a little bigger than this. I think, and I'll see how far I want to go. But my experience really is not vast. I started sewing back not even a year ago. I made a wrap skirt. I made one of those Mimi G projects that came out awful, like terrible. I think I was in a rush frame of mind. I got this, you know, that type of thing. And I had to kind of like take a breath, do a wrap skirt, do something simple, do something easy, get back into the flow. Now, last year when I started school this year, and at the end, it was just therapeutic to come in the morning. Sometimes I'd come before school and I would work on something, just do a little bit of something. I would just think about sewing, just come in and read a book, read a magazine. So my room became a place where, you know, I can just kind of sit back and just relax and not think about anything. I don't have a TV in here. I watch YouTube videos, or I'll listen to, I have Jill Scott, Etta James, you know, India Irie. I have music like that, and I come in and I'll turn it on and I'll listen to that, and I'll work through a project. Now, I retired. I was going to retire at the end of this year in June, but opportunity came that I could retire in December. So I retired in December. So I came here. I came, and for the first week I was like, okay, what are you going to be doing? Honey goes to work, daughter goes to college, last semester in college. And so what are you going to do? So it took me a while to get into the groove, but I get up, I drink my lemon water first thing, then I do my coffee, and I start my day, and I think about what I'm going to do. And you know, now I'm feeling very blessed that I can just sew and feed, you know, the artistic side of me. I was looking out, like I have this window, and I love this curtain because see how it glares like a pink? It's like see-through, but I was looking out the window the other day, and I kept seeing school buses go by, and I was like, Sandy, you are blessed. You are so blessed. But anyway, so yeah. So my experience, I don't want to come off like I know, like, you know, I know exactly what I'm doing, because I really don't. And puzzling through a pattern, having someone to talk to, even if it's YouTube, is great for me, because people I know don't really sew, and although no one's here, it feels as though someone's here. And if you have suggestions, if you have a way in which you do something, if you have something like that, I would appreciate it, because this is my way of getting involved into a sewing community, because I love to sew. I like the pleasure in creating something. And for me, it's not all about getting it done. Fit is important to me. I want to put something on and say, yeah, that looks great. Okay, so that's a little bit about me. Okay, bye YouTube.